Clocks on your motorbike will tell you lots of handy information, you know, speed, RPM, any faults, if your fuel's gonna run out, lots of good stuff. But what if it could tell you more? Well, that's what we're hoping with this. It's a Starlane Davinci and it does all the stuff a usual clock does, but has a lot of inbuilt features and can take extra sensors that you want to put in to overlay telemetry and hopefully help me with a few things. Now, I've always said there's three things that happen on track: what you should be doing, what you think you're doing, and what you actually are doing. Now, as long as I've been filming my riding, I've found that it's very different, but you can only see so much from a GoPro on the bike. Hopefully, this is going to provide us with a lot of data to actually see what I'm doing when I'm riding. Hopefully, we can then refine the issues that we find and go quicker. But first, we're going to fit it to the bike. And that should be as easy as just plonking it on.
Oh, look at that. 2 minutes, easy peasy, only a bit of camera trickery needed. Nah, of course it wasn't. I had to go and find the instructions, which were pretty helpful in helping me figure out the wiring. I basically compared both wiring diagrams from the manual and the Starlane one and put them in a list. Quick break with the apprentice, and it was time to solder the wires together. Most of these were right up behind the clocks, which was real easy, bar a couple that had to go to sensors further in the bike.
Hopefully this should turn on. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh yeah. Pixie, be quiet. I will put you in the slow cooker and you shall become a kebab. Look at this. Look at this.
Next up, I had to make a mounting bracket, which I basically just took the measurements off the standard clocks, which would fit to the bracket, and a measurement off the back of the Starlane dash. A little bit of chopping.
Uh-oh. That is not a good idea.
Thankfully no chopping toes, but we put some soft mounts on, painted it black, and she sat on looking pretty nice.
We've got a little bit of setup to do on the Bluetoothing things, but we've got instructions, we've got a laptop, we're all good and dandy. Hopefully. Well, good morning everyone. We narrowly made it. I finished work at 9. Thankfully, Tom was here to get set up. Basically arrived at Jurby at 25 past or something. Yeah. Quick rush for sign on, get changed, got out in the first session. Unfortunately, I've left all the GoPros at home, so hopefully Becky's going to bring them later. So for now, you've got iPhone footage. The dash isn't working. Yeah, we put it into a learn mode for automatic start finish detection, and it didn't know it. Now that might be because it doesn't know the circuit. I tried to use the computer to upload Jurby after finding all coordinates and stuff, and it didn't work. Basically, I can get stuff from the dash onto the computer, but I haven't quite figured out how to get it on there. There's some kind of issue going on. It's not the most intelligent looking software, but yeah, so that's where we are. Maybe you'll see some onboards soon. Until then, yeah, we'll figure something out. I think there's a manual mode I can go around, so I might do a lap and press buttons to pick things, but that's not ideal. Yeah, hats in the shop, go get them.
Wow.
Okay, so we should have a functioning dash now. Went out in a session, had to lean over the bars to press buttons to say, this is where the start finish line is, this is where sector 1 is, sector 2, sector 3, blah blah blah. Less than ideal, but if it wasn't going to do it automatically, I wasn't going to waste the day not doing it. So went out and poked some buttons. Now I had a little bit of a goal coming into this test session, and that was to get back to PB pace on the 600. Now my PB in the clockwise direction was 112.7. I didn't actually know what it was in anti-clockwise, so after filming this video I've gone back and looked, and my PB was 113.5. Hopefully when we get back round to the start finish line, this is going to begin clocking up a lap time, meaning that we're getting good data, it's functioning, and not only can I see it on the bike, but we'll be able to have a look at it afterwards and hopefully refine a few things and see what the actual differences are happening when I'm trying things on track as opposed to the good old bum dyno. So let's see what it does when we come round over the start finish line. Hello GoPros, we have GoPros now. Yeah, we've munched a rear tyre. Yeah. So that's not very happy. The dash is now working. So in the next session, whenever that is, you'll be able to see the dash working, but I can see the dash working, it's good. Down to 114.7, which is not fantastic. But we're going to change gearing as well, because the gearing I think is just definitely too short, which isn't helping. The girls are busy sticker rings. Hello! Hello! Because I've got to have my ARA number on, and I kind of half forgot, so I still have the 13s on from over there, so we're now going to rectify that. Yeah, and I'm going to do a real wheelio.
Your bum's on camera. Wow.
Yeah, we didn't turn on. It does say keep 2 to 3 meters away, so try.
That's 2 meters.
That's 2 meters. How long's the van? 2.5.
Yeah. It's only a small van.
Only 7 foot long. Bam. So she'll boot up.
Oh, this is not very good to see in the sunshine.
No.
Downloading successful.
Wow.
This is cool.
As if it works.
The glare is going to be so horrible to feel on camera.
It's not ideal.
Session 3.
Download successful. Right, so now if you go on
Analysis. So take the exit that one.
Yeah. Go on analysis.
Oh, hello.
So there we go.
So let's go. Number of laps. This one here's got 4 laps on it.
Yeah.
Import session.
I don't fucking know.
2 days later.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, hello.
Right, so we've noticed a bit of a difference here. Freeze that around there. That is NANS, isn't it? Where basically the RPM is way lower, but the speed is higher. So that's got to be a different gear. Now the only things I was doing around here, if you can, yeah, I'm sure that'll be the difference between doing NANS in 3rd or NANS in 2nd. We've got a little track down here, so it's definitely the NANS section. There we go. I'm not label anything. Wow. Oh, okay.
There you go. So you got
So yeah, so there it is.
So that's gear there.
So red is the 14.4 lap, yellow's 13.8. And you can see revs are lower, speed's higher, and it kind of matches through there. So the mid bit of speed is the same, and there's not that much of a change coming out of it. And down the bottom, ace, right, immediately, yeah, data shows 3rd is quicker for NANS.
Yeah.
Okay. Where else do we gain bits?
No one's down there waiting, but they put final call out.
I thought they already did.
No, it's first call, I think.
I don't know who else is out. I mean, Wayne's gone, Jamie's gone.
Jenny's just run out of fuel.
Hey?
The Jenny's just ran out of fuel.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So here we are, last session of the day, and the last chance to get the mission. What was that mission? It was getting back to PB pace, 1:13.5. Now, I'd already had a 1:13.8, and we'd been able to look at the computer for why that was different to the laps that was sitting in the 14s. So, if we headed out and put together all of the little bits, tried to keep it smooth, keep it nice, hopefully we'll get back down to that. And something interesting did happen at the end of this session, but we're gonna have to have a look, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. But there is an added bonus to running this Starlane Dash. Now you might have seen from the footage of the Southern 100 road races that I can overlay the GPS path and the speedo from the GoPro when it decides to work. What this Starlane means we can do a little bit extra, and after some deliberation on what that was going to look like on the screen, I finally settled on this. Here we are, let's see what we've got then. Last session of the day, a 1:14. I I need to push harder here, this is not where I want to be. And of course, the camera died. But you know, we got a spare on the side, so this is the view you're going to get as we're pushing around on lap 7. Now this was a long, hot day. I'd done a night shift. Most of the riders had gone home at this point, and I can't lie, I was really starting to struggle. My brain just wanted to push on, and my body was just really starting to let me down a bit. The fatigue was setting in, aches and pains were starting to compound. It was not ideal. Now there's a little light on the dash that tells you when you're on your fastest lap, and as I was coming over the line, somehow on the top half of the circuit, round Nans, my least favourite bit, I was making time. The light was on, it was saying yes, best lap, but coming round Snuffies and heading down the straight, it was just dropping back out of that threshold. So I knew I was consistent, but there was still room to be had. And then as we're coming round here, lap 7, I really didn't think I was going to make it and the day would be done. But we get the 1:13.6. Now it might not be quite PB pace, but you know, within 0.2 or 0.19, I'm going to count them both. You know, I'm pretty happy with that for what happened from when I was, you know, properly in the swing of racing 600s to taking the time off, coming back after a night shift. Yeah, I'll go for that. I'm pretty happy, and it really worked out quite well, because the whole lap I could hear a bike nipping up behind me, and at this point I was just done. I ran a wide, waved him past, and yeah, got ready to come back in.
Camera's on as well if you want to just say hi.
Camera's on. Hi camera. That's session done for, well, that's day done. I don't know what we got, I think 1:13.6, so slight improvement. I need to actually check what my PB is. I thought my PB was 1:12.7, but that's clockwise. I don't like anti-clockwise, so I'll have to double check. I suppose you'll see what it is like here. But yeah, it's good to be back on the 600, as it should be. Oh, Blake, you look very tired there. Yeah, it had been a long day, a hot one, a sweaty one. I was kind of done, which is why I'm filming an intro now, because I kind of couldn't be bothered being in front of a camera at that point. So, yeah, didn't quite get back to PB time, which was my thing, 0.2 of a second off, but I'm pretty happy with that. I've still got a lot of issues with Nans. I just don't like it going that way. But hey-ho, we'll figure that out as it comes. Now, the question that I went into this test day sort of wanting to answer was, does a Datalogger help you go quicker? And I think, yeah, it will. The biggest thing there was that difference in second and third through Nans, because I'd have sworn second was quicker. The bike felt more pointy as it was coming round. It you know, drove harder into the bus stop, and yet looking at the info, it was actually quicker in third, even though it felt more chilled and was dead sort of sloppy, not sloppy, boggy coming out of Nans, and yet the difference in that bogginess wasn't actually that much, but the mid-corner one was quicker, which is why going into third and sticking to that after the computer said no, do this, worked, and we got back into the 13s. So still plenty more improvement to be had, which is great because it's the end of the season, but hey ho, it is what it is. Next year we'll go racing, do more road racing, because we're a road race team now, and yeah, hopefully get a go on the big circuit. We'll have to see how that goes. Thank you very much for watching. Please do jump over to the website unrestricteddial.com. Lots of stuff in the store to support. Massively appreciate it, and it is the best way to support the channel, sponsor the racing, and yeah, hopefully we just keep rolling with this momentum. Thank you very much. We will see you next time.